how much he is invested, how much he wants to be the best of the best, just as does Skype, the player from the stream, overcoming tendonitis in his wrist, qualifying through. We're gonna throw it down to the floor with Jordan and a translator to catch up.
Area of the map so much. It's the little things that make the biggest differences. The exact item that players want, but still making down to the storm. Skype with an elimination onto Astonish. We are one player.
Bella EU,
One player to shockwave the height. It's still Sam up top.
Still got it. Same floor as Creole, 1v1 up top, 1v1 on the bottom, stuck in the box. Big hits, back-to-back shots. EVGA picking up another elimination.
EVGA is insane
now. Almost gonna be his game to win. We'll see here another one. Can he find the 9th elimination and the first victory royale, the World Cup solos?
Dr. Lupo, it might be time soon. It might be time soon. EVGA smiling. He's got the health advantage on Creo.
Does.
Folks, it might be time for the shockwave play. EVGA could soar up into the sky. Go for it. Here it is. Shockwave to height. Shots coming in. No elimination yet for the first game victory royale.
Oh my gosh. Confident play from EVGA. What a monster. The first victory royale.
The crowd on their feet. EVGA, calm, cool, and collected, wipes out 5 of the last top 6 players for the victory royale. What a swing of points right there, Dr. Lupo. You get the win, you get max placement points, 9 elims too. Folks, that is a statement game #1 for EVGA, and here it is again. The shockwave up. Creo tried to prepare. You see the damage coming on through, but at that point, with that much of a health advantage, Creo stands no shot. What a brilliant ending. Talk about a great late game. Solos absolutely living up to the hype of the duo competition yesterday.
Imagine being in the World Cup finals, and instead of opting for a safe, stay down the bottom and wait and bait your shots, you throw a shockwave down and you ascend to the high ground, take over, and get the victory royale.
Much deserved game 1 victory right there. The #1 thing I noticed from EVGA, in the shadow bombs, so many people worry so much about popping out of the shadow and immediately boxing and protecting themselves. Instead, EVGA winds up pushing forward, looking for where his next victim could be.
Q and Mr. Outside the storm, forcing your opponent to take damage, knowing that they're not healing to their own HP. Basically a way of weakening them. Around, inside the storm. This might be it. Shockwave into the flint knock, into the safe zone, doubling back, another one, a valiant effort. He's got to find a bead, but he won't be able to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, game 2 goes to Skype.
Skype. The controller god, as many regard him as, takes down Sam. Another one onto Thatch too. So Issa from Europe getting involved in this. Down goes King, but I think one of the crowd favorites beginning to emerge today. Fantastic performance at this point. Benji Fishy goes down as well.
A little bit of a crowd building up behind him. Dubs still in a baller at the bottom.
Top 15.
Star sitting on 2 eliminations in this. The entire field is at the bottom of your screen on the left with Road Shark remaining up top, forced into the drop. Let's get away, looks like a shadow bomb to save from any fall damage. Vivid beamed on the rotation up to the ultimate high ground.
Vivid's on height.
Still there too.
Vivid's on height.
It's an opportunity here. It can capitalize and take shots on all these players rotating. At this point, Vivid's best bet is to force players out of ballers into fights. You don't want to let them remain inside and safe.
The baller's beginning to scale the mountain. Vivid, I think, still has high ground. Has time to pop a mini by chance? Nope, nothing as of yet. Now the fight for height begins. Vivid building out up arc from in your elimination feed now into our top 10. Issa, the controller god, as many regard him as, takes down Sam. Another one onto Thatch too. So Issa from Europe getting involved in this game as well. Vivid and Rogue Shark all the way on high ground. Still multiple ballers in play. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Fortnite World Cup Solos competition. This is game 2 of 6, and oh no! Vivid has lost the high ground, but he says no! This is mine, young man! And takes it right back. No mats! No mats! No life! Vivid is out of this game. But he got the elim. He got the elim on the Rogue Shark.
He's at 2 eliminations, sitting in the middle of the pack right now. 7 players remaining. The end of game 2 right before your eyes, folks. 120 total HP. He can't spend any time out of the zone right now. Player goes down inside the box. Can't quite get in. One right behind outside. Can't find a beat. Issa goes down, placed in 4th. A 1v1. Dubs, the ultimate high ground. The crowd cheering behind him, looking to see if he can capitalize on this advantageous position.
Down low, it's Dubs versus Skite.
A little bit of a build-off between the two, layering defensively against each other, but Dubs,
no builds.
One build. The flint knock to save him on the drop might be the play, just outside ahead of the build. Maybe can catch himself.
Oh my gosh, is he
around inside the storm. This might be it. Shockwave into the flint knock, into the safe zone, doubling back, another one, a valiant effort. He's got to find a bead, but he won't be able to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, game 2 goes to Skite.
Skite had 27 health left, 8 HP. If he took 1 hit from the storm, he was dead, but he clutches on up. We heard in the interview earlier, he said, I'm gonna play my game, win, do what I do best, and Skite does it there. Dubs, what a valiant effort. Look at that. Look at Skite's HP. Literally 1 storm tick would have been enough, but Dubs had no mats left and unfortunately didn't wind up making it up that mountain. Skite just wins, and there you see the celebration. Game 2 goes to EU as Skite comes out on top.
Single elimination, 11 points for Skite. Gonna be great for the leaderboard. We'll have to see exactly where they end up. But a big, just honestly, a maximum effort from Dubs was insane to try and stay inside.
Still anybody's game.
Insane. In the spread.
Here, what have you enjoyed the day? You know, shout out Leshy into a trap play. Let's see. Now in the zone here. For Elam, he has to really feed off of a siphon. He doesn't have any other way. Fortnite competitive scene right now.
Leshy went up for the high ground. If you see it on the left side, he went high ground. He does get possession of it, but ends up getting hit there by Andretta and finally eliminated. But what a run Leshy had in this game. Finally comes to a conclusion when he went for high ground. Now it's EVGA. Again, with 11 players remaining, we're about to get into the top 10 here, Monster.
Look at last we saw, and he does get taken out right there. Unfortunately, it's Peter Pan who takes him out with 6 eliminations. Peter Pan, the dark horse right now. He's gonna get wiped out here too, but it's still a great game. Wakey, who we saw leading in eliminations at one point, is still popping off as well.
Skite's in this one as well. Maybe he's gonna get a back-to-back win. Riverson, he's got the high ground, he's got the explodes, he sees players, he has 11 builds, so he has to be very conservative with this. Does pop that player in the baller, forcing them down. Going in for the engagement now. More explodes, 5 remaining left. Player lands in front of him, and he tags him up for a lot of shields there, and Riversand has to reset, needs to be careful not to get hit by that storm. Someone's gonna be above him!
He's too good!
An elimination onto Skite. We're now sitting at a 1v1. 2 players left standing here. Who's it gonna be down low? It's Dubs! It's Dubs down low! And Riversand has Dubs on his site. Who's gonna get the win here? Riversand navigating, tarping. He has 7 builds remaining. Dubs trying to play defense, giving himself any kind of cover that he can possibly maintain. But Riversand, a few more explodes remaining. That could punish Dubs.
He's really trying to keep him down to the zone here, Golden Boy.
Oh man, this is it. He sends another one out, and they're just telling him you gotta run. He goes into it. He's still holding position. Dubs has the high ground, but he lands in front of him, and Dubs gets a victory royale on the world stage.
Absolutely incredible victory you want to see here on the main stage.
Prove to the world that you're the greatest to ever do it. But you gotta give credit to Riversand. Second place finish for him there. Had the high ground, had the splodes, but it was Dubs who managed to get the better of Riversand. And look at this unfold right here. Riversand had the Rockets looking right at Dubs, and Dubs just needed to play defense. Riversand had no more builds to work with, and Dubs recognized he had the high ground. He just needed to go in there for the clothesline, and he nails it with that green pump.
That is the name of the game. You cannot miss your shots when you fully commit. Dubs and Mega sitting side by side. What a better player to have nearby you. Arguably probably his best friend right here in the competition.
Hey man, that was nuts. What a game from Dubs. And what a journey he's had. 4-time qualified. We know that he is a unit when it comes to solos. Finally getting that win. So second place in game 2. Game 3 gets first place. He has to be feeling very good about that.
That is the kind of performance he was looking for, and it must feel good to finally solidify.
Strategy going into this right now?
I'm just gonna keep trying to play consistent, and I should be good.
Golden Boy, Monster D-Face, it's feeling amazing down here. How's it feeling up there?
I think the feeling's mutual, my friend, because these have been excellent games. I love duos, right? You and I, we talk about all the time, right? We love casting duos. 1 point only, and this is the spread of the island thus far. Paradise Palms, some players are going to start to land over there in just a little bit.
Dude, Frosty Flights, what is going on there? I see 7 arrows or so just outside of where Dubs is currently positioned. Dubs, our last match winner, in great fashion. You can see he's playing the crack shot house here where tons of chests spawn.
I'm also noticing over at the block, I saw another player there. I did not expect that, another body. That move ever so slightly down low.
Where you have to push someone unwilling.
There's a person all the way above him, knocks the structure down, and the player does manage to catch himself and maintain the high ground positioning here. We have some great players still left in this game, but Mongrel with 4 eliminations is looking for number 5, and that was on Nate. We're now down to the final moments, top 5 monster.
He had to fully commit there. Those are the maps that he needed. He's still in the game here. He's gonna go all the way for it, and that's a trade out with the 109 to the face here.
Huge elimination on Takamura. We're into a 1v1v1v1. Top 4 players now. Mongrel in the ultimate low ground, going up against a player. It's gotta be EVGA. The game 1 winner will not be enough against Mongrel, who does get picked quite a bit. He loses a lot of HP. No more builds, but the victory royale goes to the veteran Som, who manages to pick up a massive win.
Using the shockwaves in the final moments to snatch the high ground, Som claims a victory, but it's Mongrel who had a ton of eliminations and really was the ruining factor for so many of our top 10 competitors in that round right there.
Mongrel was running roughshod in the ultimate low ground, but it's Som, the vet. He has performed in so many competitions at a high level, and it's no surprise here. When Som gets that high ground, everyone needs to look out. He's so good at that. Mongrel had no builds left. He had no HP to work with. He did the job he needed to do. Top 2, he got second place and a bunch of eliminations. And Shockwave's late game again, Monster. Such a great piece of equipment that you can use.
Love that right there. Stands up, flexes, hits us with the let's go. He's feeling good. And that's a huge accomplishment to take a victory. And just you only have so many opportunities to win a game here. Just to do that alone, it's magnificent.
Yeah, it really, magnificent is the best.
We have about 18 4K video outputs to go to all the big screens. We're running about 98 million pixels worth of video space, and it's taking about 2,000 amps of power, which is about enough to run about 15 homes.
Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me today, introduce me to all of these working parts. But there are so many more things that go into all of this. So when you guys are out in the stands watching the World Cup this weekend, you have David to thank for everything.
Dub said, look, I've qualified. I'm just going to come back and just flex on literally the entire region.
It's ridiculous. I mean, the fact.
First time we saw that, they didn't show us anything.
It is.
Oh my goodness, you see how excited everyone is. And we are moments away from the final game. Everything
averaged 8 elims, obviously first place. That's unbelievable.
Bizzle, his tempo is quite
a ridiculous number.
He gets the wall. Desperate, challenging more. 199 metal, no, it's 500 of each material type. Players building inside this new.
It's just
that was funny. That was funny when
you were one of them, I think.
Yeah, no, my teammate Sean eliminated him. Tim, we beat Tim the Tatman on LAN and outplaced him. As we take a look at players stacked up all on the west side of the zone. What people at home don't know is that we were literally looking at Tim as we say that, which is to make sure better. So, launch pad used by EVGA right away, and with 2 launch pads with all this other movement, he just needs to survive this movement. And guess what? This is a zone on the high ground. It's directly on this mountain, so for a pretty early on zone, it's going to get awkward right away. EVGA has made it in, but has taken a lot of damage. Will use some minis to get back up to 150. Has made it to the zone. Benji Fishy just below, who's currently top 13 in this game.
Player to G still has a little bit of a high ground advantage. Just going to look back at EVGA, who's trying to build his way up, see if he can spot anybody on the move. This position still very, very good. The edge of the next safe zone. 2 seconds until that pressure starts to apply, and a lot of players you see on the minimap have already started to rotate in. They're making their moves now, but shots from EVGA and many others as these players are flying in. Community launch pads. Goes down. He's going to pick up placement points. Keep an eye on the feed just to see only 1 elimination remains. There it is, 25. So he's already into the placement points now. It's going to push him even higher on the leaderboard. Everybody left picks those points up too, but as we move, players starting to drop left and right. Sky still sitting on a baller, as well as Fatch. Pika with the ultimate high ground, and EVGA right in the middle, right in the thick of it. Look on the outside. That's a very smart play. In that moment, you have a baller flying up. You don't want those players to hold on to those. Taking the shots to break it out, maybe force an engagement.
Only 8 builds.
15 now.
Out of builds, no movement items, made it to top 15. For me, this is already a fantastic game for EVGA. You've got placement points. Another elimination! How about a second? EVGA, what are you doing? 2 elims come in. He's back up to near full HP, and he's in the top 10, and he's got all the materials he could ever need. EVGA, how are you making this happen? From no mats and no movement. 1 player nearby. EVGA at 3 elims, still ahead of this zone. He can absolutely win this game, Dr. Lupo. 2 away from more placement points.
Opts to drop the extra weapons in his inventory. A gold AR, the green pump, 6 minis, and a campfire. 42 builds remaining, and he's just looking. 5 players left. He is sitting in one of the best spots I think he could have possibly imagined. Creo picking up an elimination. He's sandwiched between Pika, Pisa's, Creo on the ultimate low ground. He's looking any chance to pop through when a player is not looking to get a shot in might be enough.
Still has mats. Still has mats, 1 player below. EVGA just staying ahead of this. Has only taken 1 score tick so far. Player up top fighting, player down low fighting. Can EVGA make the impossible happen? Dodges the trap as well. Taking a little bit of storm damage. EVGA's got to make it on in. Has 1 build left, drops on in EVGA. No! But either way,
it's all good.
He's done what he needs to do. He knows how important that game is. Now we're in our top 3. Pika up top. We were following him earlier on today. Pizzas and Creo all the way down low.
0 builds in Pika's inventory. It's going to be tough. He's going to have to drop in and go for a fight. Cannot connect. Pizzas finds that elimination. Creo gets the final 1 in game 5. Goes to Creo.
I don't think he can believe it. I don't know if anyone caught it at home, but what he does right there is Flint knocks the opponent, hits him for that body damage, and then shoots him into the zone. Great game for Creo right there, and you see repping his team. Ooh, clutching on up in the end. Here it is, the final moments. The zone closing right, a fully closed zone. Creo's got to build on up. You see, health advantage was to Pizzas. Pizzas would win that game, but a full damage Flint knock connects and swings the tide in his favor. Here it is one more time. Boom! Right to the chest, sends him into the zone, and wins the game. from Creo as he takes game 5 of the Victory Royale, 10 points plus his eliminations.
Huge game there, and Jack, we still have one more.
We do. We still have one more game here at the Fortnite World Cup Finals. I don't see any way that EVGA's fallen out of first with that performance. He absolutely popped off. We're about to take a look at our standings, but EVGA may just be in a position where all he needs to do is find 1 or 2 points, and oh,
there it is.
My
1 or 2, are you kidding me?
Ladies and gentlemen, EVGA sits atop his throne, far and away in first place. He is
going on
each other. Maybe a fight will break out here.
We get closer and closer. For a shot here, quick couple of edits, rotating back away, pressure from above, and he's immediately going to wall that off. The kid's
top 10. He's smiling. He knows it. He knows it.
Absolutely ridiculous.
9 players left. Unrelenting is EVGA. Hasn't dropped out of first since today started. There's all the remaining players. Running low on materials, but he still wants more. 4 lives in this game. Let's box it up for a moment. Pyramid comes through. EVGA still alive. Shots going down. Can't connect with that one. 1 build left. The final moments of Fortnite World Cup.
Oh my gosh.
Bow down.
Surprise.
Bow down to EVGA.
Doesn't even matter. 4 players, 3 players remaining. It's a fight out for the Victory Royale in Game 6.
2 left.
1v1. Crew still in it. T-Chubb as well, back and forth. And it might come down to a heel-off. T-Chubb dropping down those campfires. We'll see here. Crew following it all the way in, and T-Chubb goes down. Crew with the Victory Royale.
Crew with 7 eliminations and the Victory Royale. The monster performance at the end of it. That could have just secured him hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe even over $1 million by just that game right there with how he does. But ladies and gentlemen, there's no way anyone beats him. Your Fortnite World Champion, EVGA! Richer, the biggest individual prize victory in competitive gaming history. millions watching online, and folks, he didn't narrowly win. He absolutely took the best Fortnite lobby in history and taught him a darn lesson.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for your Fortnite World Champion solo winner.
There's his family looking on. Hey, get double chicken. Get the extra meat, do the whole thing. He's buying, I'm gonna tell you right now. And there's the dance. I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna bet his dad if he's got moves like that. And that's what it's all about. EVGA hasn't moved, as we'll probably need security to get him to leave this arena. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up again for EVGA, your new Fortnite World Champion. We have cast in almost every single major Fortnite event up to this point, Dr. Lupo. I have never, ever seen a performance come close to that. So far and away, the winner that literally, them backstage didn't even have to calculate it. It was done.
Immediate. Normally, folks, we do have to wait a minute or two, and they need to triple check. They went right to it. It was absolutely ridiculous.
Insane.
Out of the gate. The trophy presentation, by the way, is coming up very, very soon. But Jack, EVGA from game one, a 19-point victory royale to start the entire thing all the way to the finish.
He nearly
Good
doubled.
Lord.
He nearly doubled second place.
59 points.
That is one of the most dominant performances in competitive gaming history. Second, congratulations to Sam, who beats out Epic Whale by 1 point to earn $1.8 million. Epic Whale, Creo, King there as well. You see Crew, Skype, Nate, Riverson, and Fatch. And then our top 20. Rux, T-Chub, Mongrel, Stompy, Dubs, Pika, Bellow, Clicks, Peter Pan, and Commandment. $112,500 or more earned. But as always, a congratulations to everyone who made it this far onto the biggest stage, the Fortnite World Cup Finals.
Absolutely ridiculous. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. From myself and Courage JD, the opportunity to cast the Fortnite World Cup could not have happened without you. But this isn't our show, Jack. We absolutely need to pass it off. If you could, please, Golden Boy, take it away.
I got you covered, fellas. What an incredible ending that was. Welcome to the winner's circle. Your Fortnite World Champion, EVGA! Ladies and gentlemen, this cup is yours. One more time, your world champion, EVGA! My man. I won't lie, I have a tear in my eye for you, bro. Congratulations. I'm just gonna ask the most generic question in the world. How do you feel right now?
Words can't even explain it right now. I'm just so happy. Everything I've done, the grind, it's all paid off, and it's just insane.
So the last game I noticed you changed it up a little bit. You decided to change your drop spot. At what point in that game did you know that you locked it up?
Well, pretty much. I got to center zone after getting like a llama, so it was pretty much just sealed from there. I don't know. Yeah.
Now, I know that you have some family here today. They're right there. Who you playing for here, bud?
My whole family, man. Sentinels.
And finally, you know what? I don't even think we need to say anything else. Give it up one more time. Your champion of the world, EVGA! Let's get the whole team out here. Let's get everybody. I want everyone in this stadium one more time. Put your hands together for this young man. He just made history. History. $3 million in prizing. The greatest Fortnite player in the world, hands down. There is not even a question. And for all of us here in Arthur Ashe Stadium, we want to thank you all so much for joining us on this incredible journey. This has been the Fortnite World Cup Finals. This has been not only our event, not only his event, but your event as well. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you on the battle bus.
This is what it's all about.
The Fortnite World Cup Finals ends right here. The biggest day of their entire lives.
100 players, the battle bus is loaded.
It is time. Shots coming in. No elimination yet for the first game victory royale.
Oh my gosh.
By that storm, someone's going to be above him.
He's too good.
An elimination onto Skype. He's still holding position. Dubs has the high ground, but he dives in front of him, and Dubs gets a victory royale. King wants to jump into your box. It's in box now. Oh, what a beast. We have some great players still left in this game, but Mongrel with 4 eliminations is looking for number 5. Going up against a player. It's got to be EVGA. The game 1 winner will not be enough against Mongrel, who does get picked quite a bit. He loses a lot of HP. No more builds, but the victory royale goes to the veteran Som.
History is about to be made here.
He's smiling. He knows it. He knows it.
Ridiculous.
The final moments of Fortnite World Cup.
Oh my gosh.
Bow down.
Surprise.
Bow down to EVGA, your Fortnite World Champion. EVGA.
Alright.
I be Southern Man. Priceless lifestyle. Highlight. YMCMB business. Fuck your girl, nigga. 22 years full-time grind. Moolah. Best ever. 100.
Sochi?
Right there. Yeah. We ain't got no worries. Tunchi in this bitch. Everybody should be worried.
A universal design, connecting every living thing we've ever discovered.
The story of Planaxis is an adventure unlike any other in the land of tomorrow. Just a year ago, an elite crew of travelers was sent on the experience of a lifetime. They journeyed in search of Planaxis. Underwater, sound can travel many miles and still be heard with crystal clarity. A wave of sound carries like a ripple through the deep, calling every creature in the sea to join the gathering of Planaxis. Look around you to experience the wonders of the blue. Planaxis reminds
What's going on? What's going on? Is that fire? What's going on? Oh, they shooting. Who shoot at a garlic festival, bro? This is crazy. Yo. This is actually crazy. How do you shoot out the garlic festival? Like, who you got beef with at the garlic festival? For real. What's going on? What's going on?
Is actually from Rescues, so but I just have an extension cord and not being off the grid. My ideal would be off the grid, but for this project I run my,
I was standing up front one night about 3 a.m. Guy came through. He said, hey man, what's going on? I said, nothing. How you doing? He said, do you have anything? I said, yeah. He said, what you got? I said, man, I got about, 400 or 500 pounds. And he said, well, I gotta have some. I said, well, how much you want? He said, I want about 1 ounce. I said, 1 ounce? It's like, you can't get nothing less than at least a pound. He said, 1 pound? Then he looked up at the sign and saw the sign said Scott's Barbecue, and he was like, oh man, forget it. I said, what'd you think I was trying to sell you? And he just drove off. And I had to put more and more, so he added in the actual wood. I'm so sure that we use just wood because by hand, maybe back in the day, at both the ham and the shoulders. Top, one person gets on the other end and one on this end, and we hold it tight. And then we pick it up, twist it over, and lay it right back down. So it looks simple, but it's actually a little bit more difficult than it seems. And once you do that, you go ahead and you shake your seasonings, whatever it may be, and we add a little heat to it, make sure everything is nice and warm while we're doing it, crisping the skins all at the same time, and then we mop it. And the mopping process is kind of like putting your sauce on in a gigantic way, where most folks use a little brush on the grill, we use like a mop. Our sauce, it's a vinegar pepper based sauce. Quite a few people think that it's mustard here, but mustard is really upstate from here. And from where we are, from Columbia on back, the PD region, we're mostly vinegar pepper based. Because a lot of places you get meat like what you see here. This is the skin starting to get crisp right here. And then we're trying to get that, respect that. And the reason I put that sign up, because we're here all night and we have folks waking up as early as 3:30, 4 a.m. And they want the barbecue so bad that they knock on the door, they pull on the door, they try to tear the door open, they knock, they eat the skin, all of that good stuff. And once separated, she fixes up whether it's a pound or 2 pounds, 3 pounds, whatever the customer wants.
I'm doing the hog up now. I'm taking it apart and taking the bones out of it. Separating the bones from the meat. It's tender enough, I don't have to have a knife. They just pull it apart.
It's like,
well, I better ask my wife today. I said, you want some barbecue? She said, yeah, I was thinking about the same thing too. So I said, well, okay, well, let's ride to Hemingway then.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you. Okay.
Well, I was up here on some business, but every time I'm here, I always stop by if it's a Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, whenever they're open, and try and get some good barbecue.
I'm getting ready to go to Tampa, so
I stop by and get myself a pound, get my 2 sons a pound each.
I ordered 4 pounds of barbecue.
Now, wait, is that because it's Friday night and you're going to take it home to the family?
No, I ordered that because that's what I wanted.
Because you got his skin.
Yep, you.
$2 skin. I get some skin, $2 a skin, and I love to eat it on my grits. Yeah, a lot of them come in, they love that skin now. Love that skin.
we serve it actually with just the meat, and a lot of folks would have to request the skin, and we will put a layer of skin on top of the actual pound or 2 pounds, whatever the customer gets. And if it's a sandwich, we fix the sandwich in smaller sandwich size styrofoam trays, and we add a piece of skin to the sandwiches upon the customer's request.
Well, right now, I'm a gentleman in need of a good barbecue sandwich. Not to say so much about my name, but I am Solomon Singletary, gospel recording artist right here in South Carolina area. But I'm also frequenting Scott's Barbecue right now, getting this good barbecue, man, that I love a lot. I tell you, wouldn't take it from no other place but here.
The ingredients of a barbecue sandwich: whole lot of hard work, cutting your own wood, having the right amount of heat for the right amount of hours, having that pepper, vinegar-based sauce with a touch of love, and that's just the perfect sandwich for me. Perfect. Barbecue, it's a hard working business. The work is very physical, very intense. And it takes all week just to get that little flavor. Not just wake up, oh, I'm gonna be a pitmaster today and cook. Nah. This is days of work right here for just this result. Days and days of work. To me, this is real barbecue. This is real barbecue right here. Cutting, splitting, loading, shoveling, flipping. This is barbecuing. At least around these parts. This is barbecuing.